He's a very funny guy, a good friend of mine, works all over the country. Come on, clap, make some noise. Ken Krantz!
I'm canceling Easter. I'm going to go watch Junkies and Ice Cream tomorrow. That sounds amazing. I have a really good friend of mine. He just asked me to be a reference. He wants to buy a gun. It's the third dude in the last year that's asked me to be their gun reference. I don't have a real strong opinion about guns one way or the other, but I know every time I turn on the news, I see someone got killed in their own home by a loved one who mistook them for an intruder. Yeah, that's not funny to me. And that's not the kind of thing I want on my head, so I always say politely, I'm sorry, I'm not your guy, you're just gonna have to ask someone else. But here's the thing about this last dude that asked me. I fucking hate his wife. A lot. So I said, yes, send me the paperwork. I would be happy to fill that out. He asked me not to say anything to her, which I didn't feel right about. I emailed her. I said, Lisa, I know this is going to sound super weird coming from me. Fran doesn't know how to tell you this, but he has a sexy cat burglar fantasy. He never shuts up about it. Then I hit the send button and cross my fingers. I have a really good friend, another good friend, my best friend of 20 years. He just had a beautiful baby girl. I don't have any kids, so I'm excited for him, but I'm not 50 cell phone pictures of the baby a day excited for him. And he seems to think that's where my level. It's the same fucking baby in every picture. I can pick her out of a lineup of babies at this point. And he gets angry if you don't immediately respond. You have to be like, oh my God, that's so much cuter than the one you sent 6 minutes ago. He sent one the other day and I went to text out adorable, but autocorrect changed it to adoptable. I totally noticed, but I hit send anyway. Now I don't get baby pictures. Gotta be careful with the send button, right? Send button, fuck you. I've had it happen to me. If it's to the wrong person or you don't quite have your thoughts. I have an inside joke with my wife about Rachel Ray. I know we just met. I'm gonna try and bring you guys up to speed. Here's the inside joke I have with my wife about Rachel Ray. I fucking hate Rachel Ray so much. I don't know why. It's not it's chemical. Most of my act, just so you guys know, is the people I hate. But every time I see her, oh, what the fuck? It's like chemical. And she's everywhere. You can't escape her. Yeah, that's a bit aggressive, but I'll handle it from here on out. I think I got this. I do hate her. Domestic abuse sounds a bit much. But I had it's just like they gave her a talk show. Like why? No one wants to see her ask questions. It's a Tupperware twat. I hate her. So my wife texts me, hey, your girl Rachel Ray is on TV again, to which I immediately responded, whore, in all caps, so she knew that I meant it. But what I didn't realize was right after she texted me, her mother, my mother-in-law, texted me to say, hey, it was so great seeing you both this weekend. Thanks for the bottle of wine, hugs and kisses, Mom. To which I responded, whore, in all caps. immediately went into damage control mode and I texted her, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, that wasn't meant for you, that was meant for your daughter." And then I realized, like, shit, that's not good either. But I don't have time in the day to text out the whole Rachel Ray thing, you know? I just picked up the phone and called her. I was like, "Look, Doris, I'm so sorry, but someone had to tell you." I just a few weeks ago, I had my 20-year high school reunion. And it was interesting, like my big observation that I took away was the kids that I knew from grade school who were cool and always laid back and they went on to success, they were still just cool and laid back about it. But like the nerds and the unpopular kids that went on to success, they would not shut the fuck up about it. Like they were running your face in it all night. But the thing is, when you know someone from when they're a little kid, you know them before that image that they want to project to the world. Like, you know, before the filters, you can call them on their bullshit, you know? So, like, there was one dude who works for the UN now, and he would not stop telling me how he works for the UN now. So he'd be like, "Oh, you guys have no idea how hard it was for me to make this reunion, because 3 weeks ago I was in Sweden for the UN, because that's who I work for. Then a week after that, the UN had me in Norway because I work for them. Last week, I was in the White House. We met with Obama on official UN business because that's who I work for. We thought we were going to have to work through the week. I thought I was going to have to cancel. You guys have no idea how hard it was for me to even be in New Jersey on a Saturday night because I work for the UN. I was like, "Yeah, but you also used to bring a Cabbage Patch Kid doll to school every day until you were 12. I think you named him Phil or something." One dude works for Martin Scorsese, his production company, so he would promote that into everything. You'd be like, "Oh, look, the buffet's ready." And he'd be like, "Well, that's nothing like the craft services table they gave us on Wolf of Wall Street." Like, wow, you're telling me Hollywood was able to wrangle up a better spread of food for Jonah Hill and Leonardo DiCaprio than the $75 you gave to Reunions Unlimited? That's amazing and worth mentioning. And then he was like, "Ken, you're a comedian now. I have dibs on high school reunions, all right? Don't start doing any jokes about them. I have a project about reunions I want to pitch to Marty." I said, "Yeah, remember that time we were building a snowman and you fell down before you can get up? My dog ran out of the house and humped you to completion?" Like, to completion, he drank Gatorade when he was done. Why don't you go pitch that to Marty? You fucking nerd. I had one douchebag who was following me around the entire night. He was like, "Oh, you're a comedian? Go tell some jokes." I'm like, "That's not how it works." He's like, "No, come on, the DJ's got a mic. Go do a set." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not a trained fucking SEAL. I'm just here to catch up with my friends like everyone else." He was like, "Oh, come on, just follow me around all night. Come on, funny guy. What are you afraid you're gonna bomb? Isn't this what you do?" So finally I had to be like, "Dude, what do you do for a living?" He was like, "Well, I'm a forensic accountant." And I was like, "Okay, so you asking me to tell jokes would be like me asking you to go fuck yourself?" Because I'm terrible at analogies. And if I'm being totally honest, I don't have a real firm grasp on what forensic accountants do. Like, I just assume if the cops need to determine if money's been jizzed on for some reason. They call you. I'm not a people person, is my point. And I have like a dark sense of humor. I find humor in dark shit. I was reading an article about a couple. They were vacationing in Switzerland. They were taking selfies at the edge of a cliff, and they both fell off and died. Yeah, that's a little funny, right? Like, you're taking selfies, you fucking deserve it, kind of. But then I kept reading the article and I read that it happened in front of their 2 small kids. Yeah, that's the reaction I had. I immediately felt bad for even having that first, initial reaction. And I was like, well, that's not funny at all. But then I kept reading the article and I found out it was a Polish couple. And I was like, all right, that's a little funny. That's not the best joke in the world, but it's the first new Polish joke any of you have heard, at least. I told that joke, but I'm not playing Best Westerns. I play some other really high-profile places. Like I was doing the VFW in Sayreville. Nobody told me that 100% of Sayreville is Polish. They did not like that joke at all. It killed the room. And then some dude came up to me as soon as I got off stage and he was like, what the hell, bro? Did you even bother Googling all the street names before you got here? They all end in S-K-I. And I said, yes, of course, that's the first thing I do before I go perform anywhere. Is Google all the street names. He didn't know what to do with that. He was just like, all right then. I was talking about Wolf of Wall Street before. Did anyone see it? That was an amazing movie, right? I loved it. That movie to me was, that was my favorite movie of the last 10 years. But that movie made Quaaludes seem like the thing to do, didn't it? I walked out of that movie and I was like, holy shit, fucking Quaaludes, that's the answer. That's gonna fill the void. My dad walked out when I was 2, and Quaaludes are gonna make up for it. I don't know why my brain went there, but that was the first. I'm not kidding, he used to have a bumper sticker on his station wagon that said, proud parent of another family. People don't know how to take that joke. I never knew how to end that joke, but I did it at a club in New York, and my dad came to watch, and he pulled me aside afterwards, and he said, what the hell, you know I never owned a station wagon. I was like, I don't think that's the part that's supposed to fuck you up. I'm sorry, what was, oh, Quaaludes. But I was like, fucking Quaaludes, I have an Amazon Prime account, I'm gonna have them here in 2 days. I couldn't wait. And then I found out, like, the movie wasn't mine, they don't make them anymore. It's like they lost the recipe, they're just gone. And I don't understand why. Everybody I know that ever tried them has told me that, so here's the thing, like, I don't do drugs, but like, I'll smoke a little bit of weed on the weekends, but just the weekends, and like after a show, you know, that's practically legal now. Like, that's not like, I take Ambien to help me sleep, but that's prescribed. And fucking painkillers, I love painkillers. So much. Like, if any of you have any on you and you want to see me after the show. And I'll do coke at bachelor parties. Baby namings and shit. And if I go to a concert, I'll take mushrooms and ecstasy. Because I like to see the music. And I still love whippets. But I don't do drugs. And everyone I know that did Quaaludes told me they were easily the best drug of all. And I don't understand, like, as society, how do we decide to get rid of amazing shit to keep awful shit? You know what I mean? So, like, here's what I don't get. So, like, how come I can't get Quaaludes anymore, but the WNBA is still a thing? There's nobody that watches that nonsense, and it just fucking slogs on year after year. I don't even understand how the WNBA made it past like a sports pitch meeting. It sounds like they call on Or they didn't do their homework. Like, Roger, you have anything? And he was like, you know how everyone loves the NBA? What if we do that? But awful. Nothing but layups. And someone was like, yeah, that should run for 20 years. When I found out the reason they stopped making Quaaludes was because they got classified a class 1 narcotic. They made a schedule of a class 1 narcotic, which means you go to jail all over the world for a really long time for even producing them. And that made sense to me for all of 2 seconds. But then I was like, well, wait, aren't coke and meth, aren't those class 1 narcotics? They're still making the shit out of those. Like, why were the good folks over at Quaaludes the only ones that took that warning seriously? Like, I picture them packing up shop the day the call came through, and they're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? We never even planned for this. We have no backup plan. Like, what do you think, like greeting cards? We don't know where to go from this. And then they asked the meth people, they were like, meth, what are you gonna do? And the meth people were like, we're just gonna sell our ingredients at Rite Aid. And let the people make it at home for themselves. They even ask you, right? Like, while you're buying, they're like, time out, is this for meth? And you're like, yeah, you got it. They're like, get out of here, you scam. That's having a moment right now, like, culturally, right? Like, I never saw it. I heard it was the best show in the history of TV. They just had a show on the air to tell you how to make meth. What was that called? I didn't... No. Teen Mom. It's a really long way to go for a Teen Mom joke. I mentioned I don't have kids. I love kids. I'm not impressed with kids. I'm not impressed with American kids. I know that much. Like the Blood Diamond kids, I've got some respect for. But like American kids, we give them too much credit for dumb shit. Right? I've got a bunch of nieces and nephews, and I love them. Like, I got a nephew who I'm super close with. He's 6 years old, and I love him to death. He's like a son to me, but yeah, I'm not that impressed with him. Like, and you have to act blown away by any little thing that they do. Like, he called me on the phone the other day. He was like, oh, Kenny, he was so excited. He was like, oh, Kenny, guess what? I made you a picture. And I was like, wow. You know some kid in China the same age as you made me this phone we're talking on? But thanks for taking 4 seconds out of your busy day to scribble some bullshit on a piece of notebook paper. Kids are soft, is what I think I'm getting at. I was messing around with my sister's kid. I was like, Shayna, you better watch it. You didn't get a knuckle sandwich. And she froze. She got stone-faced. I've never seen a 9-year-old look so concerned about something. She said, Uncle Kenny, does that knuckle sandwich have gluten in it? Because my mom says I'm not allowed to have gluten. Don't fucking listen to your mom. Your mom used to make bongs out of apples. And wear roach clips in her hair. I've done lines off pictures of you as a baby. There's no way she's a gluten expert, is there? I was like, Shayna, do you do anything cool? Tell me, did you at least go out for mischief night? She was like, yeah, Uncle Kenny, we did. Me and my friends went, and we threw egg whites at all the neighbors. In Bill Cosby's defense, hear me out. Like, you guys try getting laid in those sweaters.
Seriously.
I got more on that, but I feel like this isn't the crowd to go down that road. I read in an interview with Kim Kardashian where she said ever since she had her baby, she's obsessed with looking at her vagina in the mirror to see how it's changed. I'm not making this up, I'm just reporting to you. I had the same reaction. That's fucking crazy, right? That's crazy. Because why wouldn't she just Google image it? Like the rest of us. People hate her. I actually don't hate her. Like, I know people, I understand why people hate her. I don't hate her. It's like America, you gotta earn a living. I don't hate her just so long as she stays in her lane. You know what I mean? Like, just keep making porn in those dumb shows. I don't watch that, so you know, it's when she tries to present something else that I get frustrated. I saw her, I follow her on Twitter because I like to make myself furious. And the other day she tweeted out, praying for peace in the Middle East. Yeah. And I was like, no, fuck you, time out, fuck you, Kardashian. Because nobody on the planet is looking for your opinion on the Middle East. It's like when IHOP announced their dinner menu. Like, nobody gives a shit about your shrimp scampi. Shut the fuck up. I'll leave you with this. If you take anything from this show, just know that I hate Oprah more than anybody else I've talked about tonight, right? It's like not like punch her in the face hater, but like she bothers me. She bothers me. It's celebrity ass kissing, and it's just transparent new age bullshit, and I don't understand why other people don't see right through it. My wife likes it, so that's it bothers me. I came home recently. Drew Barrymore was Oprah was interviewing Drew Barrymore, and Oprah says, "Drew says here you got a new tattoo. Tell us about it." Drew Barrymore held up the inside of her wrist. The word "breathe" was written on it. Oprah said, "Well, what's that about?" And Drew Barrymore said, "Well, I've just noticed that sometimes life gets so crazy that I forget to breathe. And this is a reminder to slow down and take a deep breath." And I was waiting for Oprah to say, "Oh, hey, I understand, but quick question. What the fuck are you talking about?" But Oprah just said, "That's powerful." And I was like, no, that's not fucking powerful, that's retarded. You weren't even listening to her answer. There's no way you were paying attention. My point is, it's hard not to root for the terrorists. Some of them. I like that joke, because I like to picture Drew Barrymore sitting at home drinking a bottle of wine, reading a book, and all of a sudden being like, It did inspire me though, Drew Barrymore did inspire me. I went out the very next day and got the word tug tattooed on my dick. I was gonna get pulled, but it didn't fit. You guys have been amazing.